subject for today. What are we making, by we, I mean I, what am I making a Substack on today? Well, over the years that, Trump has been in office, the people who were for him, not all of them, but a vast majority, a lot of them, the way they respond to legal arguments is by name calling. They'll flat out say, "You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about." Things like that. And this is not new. This is not new. And I'm primarily making this video for, not those people, but for the other people to understand why they name call, why they try to denigrate the messenger. Okay. I mean, they don't really talk about the message. They just try to insult, denigrate, and make the messenger back off. Okay. That's what they're trying to do. And throughout history, not just now, but throughout history in similar situations, the messenger is attacked. And I mean verbally. Okay. When somebody doesn't have a legal response, a legal argument to what you are saying, they resort to name calling. Okay. All kinds of names. And they think that that makes their argument. They think that, for example, I'll just make it simple. For example, they say, "You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about." That's not a legal argument. I mean, by doing that, they're screaming with a white flag. They don't know how to argue against what you've just said, and they're trying to shut you down so that you don't give your legal argument. Now, legal arguments take a lot of work, a lot of knowledge, a lot of research, and it's based on fact, it's based on law, it's based on precedent, statutory interpretations, it's based on regulations. There's all kinds of things it's based on. It's not based on insulting somebody because you don't know how to respond. So while it may be ineffective to try to explain this to someone who does it, because in their mind they believe they're winning the argument, in effect, it's a huge white flag that they don't know how to respond to you. They don't have any legal argument. And there's another thing that they do too. And by they, I mean anyone who doesn't want to speak coherently, legally, and make their point of view known. I mean, you can certainly have a different point of view, but you have to support it with the law. Okay? Um, I've had people in the past go, "Well, where did you go to law school?" Or "You didn't go to a real law school." And you can see what I'm saying, right? I mean, they're just trying to insult, to shut down the legal argument. They're not making any legal argument to themselves. They're not showing any real disagreement other than the fact they don't like that you're saying it. Okay? So another thing is they just numerous times will hear through the grapevine something. Okay? We'll hear through the grapevine something, whatever it is. Okay? Whether it's on Fox News, whether it's from Trump himself, whether it's from one of his lackeys, whether it's from any number of sources. And what they do is they just parrot it. They think because they parrot what someone else says, what they heard from something else, that makes their legal argument. Like they know what the law is by just parroting someone else's argument, or not even argument, someone else's statement, whether it's a conspiracy theory, whether it's an outright falsehood, whether it doesn't have any basis in law whatsoever. They just parrot it and think that makes the argument because they are able to remember what someone else said. That's not a legal argument. Okay. There's other things, but those are the two basic things: name calling and parroting. Okay. When one of those two things happen, you know they have no argument against you. They have no legal argument against you. They try to intimidate you. They try to make you go away. They try to make themselves feel better by insulting you. None of that is a legal argument. None of that is a response to your legal argument, to a valid legal argument. There are definitely different points of view. I mean, in law school, when I was studying for the bar, you would get these model answers, like the top answers, in all of the state that the bar gave the highest scores to. And you know what? There was always two top answers, and they were always opposite views. One had one view, one had the complete opposite view. Yet both of them were model answers. That's what a legal argument is, where it takes a good legal argument and opposes the view of the person they disagree with. Not a single name calling, not a single, well, so and so said, none of that. Real legal arguments. Okay? So I thought I'd put this out there for everyone so that they would be more clear on what's happening when those people try to shut you down. Okay? All right, everybody have a good day.